Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on one second. I'm gonna just go fix the lighting real quick. That's better, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so sorry I haven't uploaded recently. I've been working on something. Essentially, I've been trying to create a second channel. My plan fell through, so something else is coming to the channel. Something original, a video, coming not so soon, but you guys will see. I'm keeping it mysterious. I'm not going to spoil too much, but if you pay close attention to some details about my channel, you might be able to notice something a little bit different. Anyway, so today is me just celebrating the return of the Prem, basically. It comes back tomorrow, June 17th. And I'm going to be covering the two games that are tomorrow, which are Arsenal versus Man City and Sheffield United versus Aston Villa. And essentially, I'm just going to be predicting those games along with the games coming up this weekend. So tomorrow we have a couple games. So Aston Villa, Sheffield United first up. I think for me, it's clear. I think Aston Villa are not going to be able to put up a fight with Sheffield United. They are one of the most incredible teams in England right now, somehow soaring. And I believe actually like ninth position or eighth position. I think they're in eighth, seventh even. Not even eighth, seventh. Sheffield United is in seventh. Can you believe that? That is unbelievable. Anyway, so yeah, Sheffield United. I think it's not going to be a routine victory by any means in a game against Aston Villa. Obviously, last game before the lockdown ended was Leicester City, or lockdown started was Leicester City 4, Aston Villa 0. But I think Aston Villa are going to be able to put up a slight fight here, and I think it's going to be Aston Villa 2, Sheffield United 3. Now moving on to the next game, which is Arsenal versus Man City. Now, I've seen a lot of people just go ham on Arsenal saying, "Oh, we're going to lose like 7-0, 6-0." Listen, I don't know if this is true or not, but my prediction is we're going to be better after lockdown break. If you watched my video about the teams who would be better after lockdown break, you know what I'm talking about. I think the extreme lack of fans in the stadium will actually be better for us, as that how heavily critiqued our fans criticize our players in the game. So I think that Arsenal will have an advantage in that way, but Man City obviously don't have any fans, so it won't matter. My prediction is Man City 2, Arsenal 1. Now, as an Arsenal fan, I know it's a little bit deprecating to the team to say that we're going to lose, but I think we're going to put up a fight, and I think, unlike most Arsenal fans who are just writing this off as a 4-0 defeat, I think for me to say it's a 2-1 defeat is kind of a little bit of a enthusiastic, optimistic go for it, because I just really hope this is going to happen. Anyway, now moving on to match week 30, and this is the whole weekend of fixtures. We have two games on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern and 3:15 p.m. Eastern. Now, the first game is Norwich City, who are hosting Southampton, and this is basically Southampton's test, because Norwich, bottom of the Prem, they need to pick up a win, and against a team like Southampton, who are, yes, maybe a little bit in form, but you've seen their bad side of the season when they lost 9-0. I think Norwich are going to be able to pull it out here with a 2-2 draw. That's my prediction. Now, Tottenham Man United, the big clash of the weekend. If you count Liverpool versus Everton as a big clash, you could say that's kind of second fiddle to it. But, Everton's just so much better. So I think Man United, as again, in my previous video that I made, which is 3 teams to watch out for, I mentioned Man United. I mentioned how with the return of Paul Pogba and Marcus Rashford, along with the fact that they still have Bruno Fernandes, they are going to be a force for the rest of the season, and I stand by that statement. I think they're going to pick up the win here, 3-1 over Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Tottenham, return of Harry Kane, I think Heung-min Son was also injured, so return of Heung-min Son as well. But I just think that Man United will have that extra motivation to pull it over the line against Tottenham. And Jose Mourinho just seems to never win against this. Like, nobody really picks up on this, but Jose just never wins against his old club. So now moving on to the Saturday fixtures, there are 4 of them. Watford, Leicester up first, and well, we've seen Watford's good side and bad side this season. For a little while, they were bottom of the Prem in terrible form. They sacked 2 managers before bringing in Nigel Pearson. They had at the beginning of the season they had Javi Gracia. He got sacked very quickly, and then they brought in Quique Sanchez Flores, who also got sacked. And bringing in Nigel Pearson helped steady the ship. And I've planned on making a video about Watford for a while now, and I think we're just going to mention it in this video. I think they're trying to replicate something like Leicester City's title-winning miracle in 2015-16, where, let's see, so they're bottom of the Prem. Leicester already had Nigel Pearson, but it's something similar where Watford brings in Nigel Pearson. All of a sudden, he helps them escape relegation so suddenly. So it's kind of a replica. And they've also signed some young random dude who nobody's ever heard of, kind of like Mahrez from Le Havre, which is also where Riyad Mahrez came from. And they already have that big, bustly English, tough, kind of came from nothing striker who's just a late bloomer in Troy Deeney. So they have a lot of the things Leicester had, and they have a shaky defense, which is another thing. They have a decent keeper in Ben Foster. They have that French midfield engine in Abdoulaye Doucouré. You see where I'm coming from here? Like, it's very reminiscent of Leicester City's 15-16 title-winning team. So, in my opinion, I actually think Watford's going to pull out a result, 1-1. Now, because we've seen it before where Watford can just pull it over the line like they did against Liverpool, a 3-0 thrashing of a team that not even lost a game all season and only drawn 1 against Man United. And that was a 1-1 draw. So, yeah. I'm hold on to save the day in that one. Now, Brighton versus Arsenal is our next one. Now, Arsenal, obviously, a team very close to my heart. And I think for this one, we're going to win. We're going to win. In my opinion, it's going to be a 3-1 victory for the Gunners, ourselves. Because I just think that we are going to be just a little bit better after lockdown. Like I said before, I think we're going to be a little bit more motivated. The lack of the booing and the, oh, you're a terrible player, to like Granit Xhaka's and Mesut Ozil's, and it forces the players to lack confidence. So I think that without the fans, we might be a little bit better. Like Nicolas Pepe is another example. So yeah. Anyway, next up on our list, we have West Ham versus Wolves, which is going to be, I think people should be watching out for this fixture. It's going to be a good one. Now, in my opinion, I think Wolves is going to pull out a actual 1-0 victory. That's my prediction. My reasoning for this is I think West Ham are a little bit, I think they're in 16th as well. West Ham's going to be a team where you're going to see what's going on with them because they're kind of like 16th. They brought in David Moyes, and he's not the best manager, if you know that. David Moyes failed, basically, Man United manager. He was good. He was decent at Everton. Finished 17th with Wayne Rooney. Sells Wayne Rooney. Finishes 4th. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, yeah, I think Wolves is going to win 1-0 because you've seen how much talent that team has, and it's just such a great team. And I'm really excited to watch Wolves, honestly. So next up on our list, we have Bournemouth hosting Palace. Now, Palace with the firepower of Wilfried Zaha. Now, I know Wilfried Zaha hasn't had the best season, but I think he can just regain his form after lockdown. Maybe just work on regaining his sharpness because this season obviously has not been the best for him. And, well, quite frankly, they've had to rely on Jordan Ayew all season long. So I don't know how that's going to fare for them once lockdown is ended, once Premier League is resumed. But I do think this is going to be a 1-1 draw yet again. Bournemouth, I didn't really talk about them in detail. They are a struggling team. Ryan Fraser has been in bad form. Nathan Ake, their whole defense has been kind of shaky. So I don't know. In my opinion, I think this is going to be a 1-1 draw. Now time for the 3 Sunday fixtures. Now there's going to be a lot of fixtures this weekend, so it's going to be so fun. I'm so fucking hyped, dude. Dude, tomorrow I'm going to be, I'm just, okay, I need to fucking hide my excitement. Anyway, so honestly, So Newcastle versus Sheffield United is where we're going to start off in a 9 a.m. kickoff Eastern Standard Time. I think, again, I don't think Newcastle's going to be good enough. I think Sheffield United is going to pull out a 2-1 victory because Sheffield United is just so good. Obviously, we might have to watch out for Newcastle. They might be a little bit more motivated now that they see that there could be a possibility of a Saudi takeover. And the players might want to impress the new Saudi owners by performing well. So maybe Joelinton will be turning into one of the best strikers in the Prem because he wants to show the Saudi owners that he is not a big bag of shit. So anyway, the person who just joined, you're probably wondering, out of context, what the did he just say? Don't worry about it. If you look at it in context, you're fine. Anyway, next game, Aston Villa Chelsea. Now, Aston Villa, Jack Grealish, John McGinn could fire them over the line, but no, I don't think so. I think it's going to be Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 4, because Chelsea, another team where I mentioned, I think they're going to be a little bit better. Motivation, Hakim Ziyech, confirmed. Werner, probably. Chilwell, that's a maybe, but it looks probable as well. Havertz, maybe, but it looks probable. Sancho, I think that's fallen through by now. Onana, maybe. They're just going to go in. Honestly. I think you guys will see. I'm going to make up Premier League predictions shortly after the season ends. I actually have no idea what their plan is for the for 2020-2021 season, but we're just going to have to wait and see for that. Anyway, yeah, so 4-2 Chelsea. Everton, Liverpool picks up a 3-1 win. Easy, honestly. What do I even have to comment on this? Everton can't even beat Liverpool's fucking 10 team, dude. I swear. They just cannot beat Liverpool, okay? And this is not going to change. They're losing 3-1. And Liverpool's going to get one step closer to the title. And finally, we have our final match week 30 game. Manchester City versus Burnley. Man City's going to win 5-1. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, they're going to absolutely clatter them. I don't know what it is. Burnley just, I don't know. I think they're just going to get battered. Man City's just too good, man. Man City's just too good. So, yeah, that's the end of it, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you all possibly tomorrow. I'll see you all later. Bye.